looking at it as he's losing. He's continuing to look at it as he's learning because he's studying his opponents. And tonight he really wants to show just how much he has learned in his last matchup with
EJ with a couple of these shot attempts that we did not see as TJ Warren comes up with a steal. And Rushauer takes it right to the rim.
Yeah, you can get lucky every now and then and get a hand on it and get an easy layup.
George raising up for three. Boy, in the lap. Well, I asked him yesterday in practice as Adams able to use a little shoulder duck right there.
And Ayton has to understand, you got to keep fighting.
That one he will not miss. Beautiful feed over the top from Devin Booker. Ties it up at 17.
If you can build getting into a game in crunch time and see how that plays.
Now, this is a guy that they are going to have to account for, Nerlens,
until the shot actually hits the rim. And he might not think it doesn't mean much, but it really does.
And Wall?
Bender and Ayton in the game together. I mean, that is a serious twin tower.
Well, that one was dripping wet from Book. His first point of the night. Patrick Patterson, though, he could shoot with range. Or 2+ games. Booker, give him back-to-back triples. Proud to own the three-point zone. Book, he's taken so many of those throughout that illustrious 19-year career. His
ability.
Yeah, his 7 starts. As Ayton over the top and quickly slams it down. Contested, it looked like by Burton.
Yeah, he gave too much respect. Ayton did to Burton.
And no respect there from Josh Jackson as he swats it to his teammate. Ayton takes a no-look dish from Crawford. And how about the little pirouette step from DeAndre Ayton avoiding the... He's back on the practice court with the game uniform on. As Warren comes up with a steal. Has numbers. And TJ right to the rim and in. Warren on the cut. Goes right back in. Adams doesn't matter.
Oh, I don't know how he got that in. That's amazing how he got that shot over Adams.
I think Steven Adams is wondering how he got it in. Schroeder on the drive. High kiss. Good ball movement here. Warren gets the switch. On the drive again. TJ hard to the floor.
The Thunder pay a price with their inability to find open men.
Suns on a 10-2 run until Cabarro got really both teams. Both under 40% shooting after each getting off to a terrific start. Schroeder won't miss though. Inside. And boy, he put a nasty forearm into the chest of Diallo. TJ Warren on the drive and almost flies in for the tip in.
Love his effort. I tell you. I mean,
behind the back feed, Grant set his hands by Warren. George on the pull-up. Got the roll. His ground and forced the miss.
Yeah, Grant, I don't know where he was going.
Suns with numbers. Kanan on the drive. Runs it up and in. With a shot. And just kind of had a little check with me moment. Adams just clearing out Holmes. On the 6-year big man. Booker on the drive. Raising up. And rattles it in. The Suns won both of those. The problem was they had dug themselves such a hole in the first half of each of those contests that it was to happen. Check in with Lindsey Smith.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, at the half, I caught up with Coach Igor Kokoshkov, and he said his focus for this second half of the game is to protect the rim, get those offensive rebounds and 50-50.
Did you ever get an alley-oop when you were playing?
Yeah, the Nerf
was it? Thunder with their biggest lead. Ayton inside, gets the roll.
Hey, great catch.
And his court awareness. Schroeder on the drive, able to get past Ayton. Boy,
he went right under his arm.
The last week, but misfires on that one.
Shocked himself.
George left wide open, and he will not miss. Just using that big frame, the Suns bring the double team, and then Adams off a nice beat. And Dragan Bender making his way to the scores table again here. George on the pull-up, and it's just look
under on the defensive end. They have really locked them up.
Yeah, to your point, EJ, Suns 5 of their last 22. Booker gets Keenan with a steal. Keenan puts on the brakes. Booker looking for three and getting the Keenan was just saying as a point guard, as he gets a wide open look and makes the Thunder pay with the beyond the point contribution. I've got to be more responsible for my teammates in terms of holding them accountable. I can't put that, and we can't put.
Schroeder got past him and got right to the rim.
Jackson, little runner, won't go, stays with it. Strong. George across the lane, Holmes ties him up. Inside to Grant, can't get it. Nerlens Noel rather. Paul George. Crawford working on Patterson, out to Jackson. Jackson right to the rim, but then he's met at the top. 7:61. Under a minute and a half to go. Melt got a hand on it, but couldn't corral it. And right side, just able to get a hand on it to knock it away from Noel. Good ball movement here. It sets up the corner three for Cabo.
But now they seem to have righted the ship as well. And they dropped 132 again tonight.
Warren inside on a nice outlet. You see the trap coming out. Booker finding Ayton rolling to the basket. And shakes off the defender.
I think that's just a great asset that we're seeing from him.
His teammates, as Noel, season high 20 points and 15 rebounds. There's Cabarrot, who's played very well. Comes back down by 16. George harassing Devin Booker. Crawford sets and fires from three.
That's all. And any young star in the league.
Right. Nice job defensively on that trip is Ayton. How about that with the lob? It was just one team foul on Golden State. Schroeder tosses it up to Adams, who says, I got a little. Booker finds Warren. Working baseline. Hangs and hits. 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Working against the rookie, and Gil Bridges will have none of that. Crawford had it batted out of his hand momentarily. Booker corner. George with the block. And foul on Devin Booker.
Steph said, he said he basically made notes of what Ronnie Price did as Mikal gets to the rim.
How about, well, and you know this from having played so many years in the league at a high level, just waiting to throw something new at you as Bridges squares and fires from deep and knocks it down.
I mean, that's what he did.
Booker takes it, finds Warren, runs the floor, gets the payoff pass. Air ball. Booker finds Warren, sets, fires, and ripped Philadelphia. George makes that rip-through move on the pull-up. No. Adams inside, got the putback.
The rope.
Here's Schroeder. Adams takes it again and slams it down.
As readily as teams have been able to lately.
George from deep cashes in. Big one.
They're doing what the Suns did to the Spurs, right? Spurs got back in it the other night. And
Booker tosses it up to Ayton.
Going mid-range. I like that for him. So, great execution.
5 straight games of 20 or more from T.J. Warren. We'll get some road wins without you. Warren on the inbound. Knocks it down. Proud.
And that should be an offensive foul.
Grant working across the lane. Ayton got a hand on it, but Grant jumped.
Paul George has been getting 30. That's not an issue. Adams obviously 26. He's been dominant. Those 3 guys I thought really hurt the Suns. They really took advantage of the Suns' ability to try to cut off George and Adams. Those guys played well.
Many thanks to our stats man, Jeff Stansel, tonight. Great job. Sheila Simpson, our stage manager, keeping Eddie Johnson in line. Peyton Wigness, Bob.